Hello friends, good afternoon. Welcome to today's video session of TaxTower.blog, the ultimate library of tax solutions. Today our topic is handled by Mr. Muhammad Mustafa CT. He is the CEO and Chief Consultant of BRQ Associates Kasaragod Kerala, India, which is the professional firm providing audit, tax, and advisory services. He have more than 20 years of experience in direct and indirect taxation and company law. Let us start today's service topic. Thank you, and over to Muhammad Mustafa CT, sir.
Hello friends. Welcome to our today topic: GST appeal and how to file appeal against demand order under GST. GST appeal. Any taxpayer, whether registered or not, can file an appeal if he/she is unhappy with the decision of the adjudicating authority. The appeal must be filed within 3 months from the date on which such order was communicated to the taxpayer, and has the power to condone the delay by 1 month, if the appeal authority is satisfied that there exists a sufficient cause. Time limit for filing a GST appeal. An applicant can file an appeal before the appellate authority within 3 months from the date of communication of the disputed order. Further, the appellate authority may condone a delay of up to 1 month if they are satisfied that there was a sufficient cause for such delay. General rules for filing GST appeals. All appeals must be made in prescribed forms along with the required fees. Fee will be the full amount of tax, interest, fine, fee and penalty arising from the challenged order, as admitted by appellant, and 10% of the disputed amount. In cases where an officer or the commissioner of GST is appealing, then fees will not be applicable. Can an authorized representative appear in court? Yes. Any person required to appear before a GST officer, first appellate authority, appellate tribunal, can assign an authorized representative to appear on his behalf, unless he is required by the Act to appear personally. An authorized representative can be a relative, a regular employee, a lawyer practicing in any court in India, any chartered accountant, cost accountant, company secretary, with a valid certificate of practice, a retired officer of the tax department of any state government or of the excise department, whose rank was minimum Group B gazetted officer, any tax return preparer. The retired officers cannot appear in place of the concerned person within 1 year from the date of their retirement. Appeal cannot be filed in certain cases. Appeals cannot be made for the following decisions taken by a GST officer: avoid unnecessary litigation expenses, an order to transfer the proceedings from one officer to another officer, an order to seize or retain books of account and other documents, an order sanctioning prosecution under the Act, or an order allowing payment of tax and other amount in installments. Step to appeal. A person unhappy with any decision or order passed against him under GST by an adjudicating authority can appeal to the first appellate authority. If they are not happy with the decision of the first appellate authority, they can appeal to the National Appellate Tribunal, then to High Court, and finally Supreme Court. Withdrawal of a GST appeal. In the 48th GST Council meeting, it was decided to provide an option of withdrawal of a GST appeal that has already been filed. This move was made with the intention of reducing the number of litigations that the appellate authorities have to deal with. In this regard, a new Rule 109C was inserted in the CGST rules via Notification Number 26 of 2022 of Central Tax. Rule 109C states that the applicant can file an application for withdrawal of an appeal at any time before the show cause notice or order under Section 107 subsection 11 is issued, whichever is earlier. This is in respect of any appeal filed in Form GSTAPL01 or Form GSTAPL03. The application for withdrawal of the appeal will need to be submitted using the new Form GSTAPL01/03W. It is important to note here that in cases where the final acknowledgement in Form GSTAPL02 has been issued, then the withdrawal of the said appeal will require the approval of the appellate authority. The appellate authority must make a decision on the application for withdrawal of the appeal within 7 days of the applicant filing the same. Any fresh appeal filed by an appellant after such withdrawal should be within the time limit specified under Section 107. Steps to file the first appeal against demand order. Order must be passed by the adjudicating authority for a taxpayer to file an appeal to the appellate authority. Prepare appeal memorandum, which is a document comprising of the grounds of appeal. The constituents of a valid memorandum of appeal include the grounds for filing an appeal, signature of the appellant or his/her pleader. Prepare condonation delay petition in case is there any delay. Prepare and arrange all supporting annexure and documents. Pay 10% disputed tax towards the demand as pre-deposit. Pay extra 2.5% disputed tax towards the demand as pre-deposit in case of adopting GST amnesty scheme to comply with notification number 53 of 2023. Step to file GST appeal. Step 1, pay pre-deposit of the disputed tax. For that, log into the GST portal with login credential. Step 2, go to Services, then click on User Services, then click on Ledgers and click on the button Payment Towards Demand. Step 3, select the demand ID. The taxpayer has to click on the Select button to select the demand ID for which the payment has to be made. Once that is done, the outstanding demand, cash ledger balance and the credit ledger balance details are displayed on the screen. The taxpayer has to use the scroll bar to move to the right to enter the amount intended to be paid against the demand ID. The available cash balance will show. The taxpayer has to use the scroll bar to move to the right to enter the amount that has to be paid through cash against the demand ID. The input tax credit available will show in the table. The taxpayer has to use the scroll bar to move to the right to enter the amount that has to be paid through input tax credit against the demand ID. Once the amount is entered, the taxpayer has to click the Set Off button. A confirmation message will be displayed, in which the taxpayer has to click on the OK button. A success message along with the payment reference number is displayed on the screen. Click OK button. Step 4, file appeal. For that, go to Services, click on User Services, then click on My Applications. On the My Applications page, select application type as Appeal to Appellate Authority and then click on New Application. The GSTAPL01 Appeal to Appellate Authority page will be displayed. Step 5, select the order type as Demand Order and enter the order number. Click on Search. The orders page will be displayed. Step 6, select the one or more categories of the case under dispute from the drop-down list and click on Add. The date of communication and period of dispute can be edited by the taxpayer. Step 7, upload annexure to GSTAPL01. Click on the Click Here link on the order page. The GSTAPL01 template will be downloaded. Click on the Enable Editing button and update the details in the annexure. Save the updated file as APL annexure template PDF and upload the same. Step 8, update the disputed amount, payment details by clicking on the Disputed Amount, Payment Details button on the order page. Enter the amount under dispute by classifying it as per the tax head, late fee or interest. The amount of demand created and admitted is automatically displayed. Note the point demand admitted equals demand created, amount disputed. Hence, the amount of dispute cannot be more than the demand created. Enter the percentage value of the pre-deposit going to be paid, which is by default a minimum of 10% of the amount disputed. A lower percentage needs approval from the authority. Accordingly, the Details of Payment Required table is auto-filled. Enter the place of supply details for the amount of demand admitted. For this, click on Hyperlink Integrated Tax. Step 9, add supporting documents if needed. Enter the document description and then choose the file for upload. Step 10, applicant can preview the application filed by clicking on the Preview button. The PDF file will be downloaded. The applicant view whether the details are correctly updated and then proceed to file. Step 11, proceed to file. Select the declaration checkbox. Then select the authorized signatory and enter the place to proceed to file. Click Submit and proceed to file with DSC or EVC. On successful submission, a confirmation message will be displayed. Steps to file reply during an appeal proceeding. The appellate authority may begin proceedings and hearing for the disposition of the appeal or may summon the appellant during the review of the tax department's application for an appeal. A taxpayer needs to follow the below steps to reply during an appeal proceeding. Step 1. Prepare the reply in PDF format and log into the GST portal and navigate to Services. Click on User Services, then click on the button View Additional Notices, Orders. Step 2. On the case details page of the particular case ID, select the Notice tab and then click on Reply. Submit a reply to the notice page will open. Step 3. Upload the reply file, upload the supporting documents, check the verification checkbox and then click on the File Reply button. A warning message will pop up. Click Proceed and then Submit with DSC or EVC. An acknowledgement will pop up on successful upload of reply. Steps to file a rectification request of an appeal. Step 1. Prepare a rectification request in PDF format and then log into the GST portal. Step 2. Navigate to Services. Click on User Services, then click on View Additional Notices, Orders and click on View on the Additional Notices, Orders page. Case details page will displayed. Step 3. Click on the Orders tab and select Initiate Rectification. Step 4. The Initiate Rectification page will be displayed. Choose the relevant rectification reason and upload the supporting documents if required. Then click on Initiate and submit with either DSC or EVC. On successful submission, a message will pop up stating the rectification request number. Thank you for listening. By BRQ Associates, Kasaragod, Kerala, India. In case if anybody you have any query or require more information, please feel free to read my blog in www.taxtower.blog. Or contact or WhatsApp me anytime in the number 9633181898 or the email ID brqgst@gmail.com.